Your solitude radiates a quiet power that others can't ignore, even as they chase approval and validation from the outside world. You've mastered the art of self-containment, and this fierce independence shines like a beacon, drawing envious glances from those still trapped by the opinions and judgments of others. You stay in your own lane, focused, calm, and unapologetically authentic, moving forward without distractions or drama, living life entirely on your own terms. This singular focus allows you to accomplish what scattered approval-seeking people never can, and they're keenly aware of it. People envy you not just because you are a loner, but because you are different. The truth stares them in the face every day as they watch you thrive in your solitude, while they flounder and lose themselves in their endless connections. There's a magnetic pull to your presence, even though you crave your own space. That's because their soul senses something their conscious mind cannot: real, authentic power. Just by being yourself, you awaken something dormant in others, stirring up both attraction and discomfort at the same time. Since you were a child, you've always sensed that you operate differently. That strange feeling wasn't your imagination. It was your dormant gifts starting to awaken, even as those around you remained spiritually unconscious. Your soul has always been guided by a divine GPS, while others simply followed maps designed by collective limitation. The cosmic downloads you received early in life set you apart on a fundamental level, and no amount of socialization could override your unique operating system. You were marked by the universe from the very beginning, not by chance, but with intention. The coding within you contains specific divine instructions that can only activate in isolation. Whenever everyone else zigs, you naturally zag. This isn't rebellion. It's cosmic alignment with your original blueprint. The energy of the pattern breaker that's embedded within you has a higher purpose: to disrupt the hardened thought structures that keep people stuck, and to allow new possibilities to emerge. While the masses seek external approval, you have mastered the sacred art of standing apart, and this sovereignty threatens their programmed need for constant connection. They might call you antisocial, as if it's a flaw, when in reality, your ability to disconnect from collective delusion is your greatest strength. Your capacity to function outside the approval matrix reveals their self-imposed imprisonment within it. Every moment you spend fulfilled and self-contained challenges their belief that external validation equals self-worth. The detachment they interpret as coldness is actually a spiritual force field that protects your purpose. You'll notice how some try to break through your boundaries and drag you into their drama or small-mindedness. Your refusal to engage activates their deepest insecurities, the fear that they might be wasting their lives on meaningless pursuits. The calm center you maintain in the middle of chaos is a sign of mastery that others secretly envy, even while pretending to pity you. Their attempts to disrupt your balance only reveal how uncomfortable they are with your stillness. People orbit around your mysterious presence because you hold the gravity of authenticity, something they abandoned long ago. They sense you possess something valuable, a sovereign connection to source energy that they once traded away. The less you seek their validation, the more they crave yours, creating an inverse relationship that follows a kind of cosmic law. Authentic power attracts effortlessly, while the power that is pursued always repels genuine connection. This paradox creates a tension around you that people interpret as charisma. Your willingness to walk alone gives you an unspoken power that others recognize subconsciously. Each time you choose solitude over shallow connection, you demonstrate a mastery they haven't yet achieved, and it stirs their envy, which they disguise as concern, asking, "Don't you get lonely?" while they drown in the emptiness of inauthentic relationships. Their ongoing efforts to pull you into meaningless social rituals are really attempts to avoid facing the void those interactions create. Their discomfort with your self-containment only highlights the unhealthy dependency they've normalized as connection. For you, periods of isolation that others might pity actually represent your most sacred phases of growth and evolution. These cosmic cocoon moments, when the universe strategically removes people from your life, create the necessary space for your energy to expand. Divine forces clear out all interference so you can receive higher downloads without static. During these tower moments, when everything external seems to fall apart, your intuitive abilities amplify. The veil between dimensions becomes thin, and messages arrive to you with a crystalline clarity, while others remain closed off from cosmic communication. What looks like loneliness to untrained eyes is really you downloading wisdom straight from the source. Each phase of divine quarantine serves an essential spiritual function, recalibrating your frequency to a higher vibration, one that even fewer people can match, which further separates you from the collective. These cycles of isolation always follow cosmic timing, not the expectations of people around you. The universe draws you into solitude exactly when your energy requires upgrading. Fighting against these moments only creates resistance, but surrendering to them accelerates your evolution. When you emerge, you're vibrating at a different level, carrying new codes that others instinctively recognize, even if they can't access them themselves. Your truth detector is always active around those who wear masks, seeing through facades that others can't. This penetrating vision makes you dangerous to those living inauthentically, because while they perform their charades, your gaze cuts right through to the heart of things. You can sense someone's genuine intention before they're even fully aware of it themselves. Your presence makes manipulation nearly impossible. The emotional games, hidden agendas, subtle power plays, and unspoken expectations all become instantly transparent to your heightened perception. When others accuse you of paranoia, what they're really noticing is your third eye refusing to be blinded, the intuitive radar that picks up on what others can't see. The intense warning signals you receive about certain people come with such force because the universe is actively protecting its chosen ones. Your internal alarm system runs at maximum sensitivity, alerting you to any threat so you remain protected on your path. When you speak uncomfortable truths, the defensive reactions you get from others confirm that you've hit a nerve. Pay attention to how the fiercest resistance always comes after your most accurate observations. The stronger they deny, the more precisely you've seen through them. This consistent pattern of denial and defensiveness is the universe's way of validating your perceptions, no matter how much others try to destabilize your confidence. The louder their criticisms, the more they secretly wish they had your courage. Every dismissive remark hides a deep admiration they're unable to admit even to themselves. Their need to diminish your uniqueness reveals just how much your presence awakens their own hidden sense of inadequacy. When people call you weird, too intense, or accuse you of overthinking, it's simply their way of minimizing what intimidates them about your extraordinary perception. They must label your gifts as defective to avoid facing their own spiritual blindness. By pathologizing your sensitivity, they can justify staying comfortable in their limitations. Each time you calmly walk away from chaos, those still trapped within it find their envy growing. Your freedom makes them acutely aware of their own chains. Setting boundaries is more than self-care. It's a display of sovereignty they long for but fear enacting themselves. You don't just feel emotions, you sense energy frequencies that are completely invisible to ordinary awareness. That overwhelming sensitivity you experience in crowds is your spiritual antenna at work, picking up on everything from surface thoughts to deep soul histories. While others might only notice obvious emotional signals, you process the full spectrum of energetic information. The flood of sensations you encounter in public spaces isn't dysfunction, it's advanced perception. Your nervous system functions like sophisticated technology built for multidimensional awareness, processing your own soul lessons while absorbing the collective's unresolved pain at the same time. This dual processing ability explains why you often need recovery time after socializing. Your system handles twice the energetic input with minimal filtration, which is a sign of an advanced soul, not a weakness. The fatigue you feel after interacting with others is directly tied to your expanded capacity to receive and transmute energy. Your energy field lacks the thick barriers that keep most people blissfully numb to surrounding frequencies. This invisible training transforms you into an energetic warrior, while others remain spiritual civilians. The very sensitivity people interpret as fragility is actually evidence of highly evolved spiritual technology functioning through your body. Your heightened awareness lets you detect distortions in the energy field long before they manifest physically. This early warning system is essential for evolutionary progress, allowing you to sense energetic corruption before it becomes real-world chaos. Feeling uncomfortable in certain environments is simply your system accurately assessing contaminated energies, not a personal limitation. Let's pause for a moment, family. If this message speaks to your soul and you feel called to support this sacred work, you can buy me a coffee using the link in the description. Your support keeps this channel flowing with truth, light, and clarity. And if you're feeling it, drop a number 88 in the comments to keep the energy moving. Now let's continue. Your unseen strength goes far beyond ordinary resilience. You don't just survive intensity, you alchemize it into wisdom through your unique energetic processing system. This alchemy benefits the collective consciousness even if you're unaware of it. Your system transmutes heavy energies, providing an invisible purification service to the world simply by existing. The fatigue that follows intense emotional encounters is a direct result of this cosmic work. When you give someone your full attention, they experience it as a spiritual event. Your undivided presence, so rare in today's distracted world, pierces their social masks and touches something deep within. This is why even brief encounters with you often leave lasting impressions. You might be physically present in a group, but your consciousness is always exploring other dimensions at the same time. This split awareness gives your energy signature a unique magnetic quality that others find both mysterious and compelling. Your energy extends far beyond your physical form, reaching realms just outside ordinary awareness, and people can sense you're tapped into something greater than normal reality. This inexplicable trait draws them in, despite your refusal to play the usual social games. Even in your quietest moments, you possess a magnetism that outshines their most attention-seeking displays. This effortless attraction is the true source of their fascination, and often their envy. Your spiritual discernment is so sharp that you can spot energy vampires within moments. That sudden fatigue, a strange headache, or a rapid shift in mood are all signs your system is detecting someone trying to draw energy from you. These signals are your protection against unconscious depletion. Beware of supposed supporters who leave you exhausted after helping them. Their care may actually be a disguise for energetic feeding. Real support leaves you feeling uplifted, while false support drains you. Their needs, hidden behind concern, create invisible cords designed to siphon your energy. When you finally cut those cords, watch how desperately they try to latch onto someone else. Their frantic behavior reveals how much they relied on your energy to keep their world together. Your boundaries are more than just personal choices, they're spiritual decrees that protect your divine assignment. Every time you set a boundary, you set a cosmic precedent, letting the universe know your energetic standards. Each time you honor your need for space, even when pressured to conform, you strengthen your energetic sovereignty and realign with your sacred purpose. Each time you make choices that honor yourself, these decisions build up layer by layer, forming an impenetrable spiritual armor that shields you from harm. While setting boundaries can sometimes bring temporary discomfort, that unease is minor compared to the ongoing exhaustion that comes from letting your energy be compromised. Your boundaries are not just basic self-protection, they're sophisticated energetic filters that separate what truly uplifts your spirit from what drains you, doing so with increasing precision every time you bravely enforce them. With each courageous act of self-preservation, your filtration system becomes more refined, teaching you to recognize what resonates with your spirit and what doesn't. The fear of short-term rejection or the possibility of disappointing others carries far less spiritual consequence than the lasting damage caused by betraying your own energy. That gentle, persistent inner voice, steering you away from things that might seem logical to the mind, is actually the wisdom of cosmic intelligence, far beyond what conventional understanding can grasp. Your higher self is always working behind the scenes, preserving your destiny and redirecting you through intuitive nudges and unexpected urges. Often you may feel a sudden, inexplicable aversion to certain people or situations, and while others might not understand, these impulses serve a precise spiritual function. They are forms of divine timing designed to protect you from unnecessary interference on your path. Time and again, you'll notice that situations or individuals you instinctively avoided later reveal themselves to have been toxic or harmful. These retroactive confirmations validate your internal guidance system, reminding you that your intuition is always a step ahead. So it speaks to you through your body. Tightness in your gut, a constricted chest, an unexplained drop in energy. All physical sensations that translate spiritual intelligence into a language you can act on. Learning to honor these signals before your rational mind catches up accelerates your evolution and keeps you aligned with your highest path. Right now, your solitude is not accidental. It's a deliberate period of spiritual preparation, calibrating your frequency for the soul-aligned partnerships and connections that are meant for your next chapter. This phase is fine-tuning your energy to attract only those who are worthy of sharing your evolved vibration. True connection, orchestrated by the universe, happens through divine timing, not through force or traditional timelines. The universe carefully arranges these synchronicities so that you meet people who are meant to accelerate your path, but only when your frequency aligns with theirs. No amount of searching, wishing, or striving can create these divine appointments before you are energetically ready, and the patience you show now will directly shape the quality of relationships you attract in the future. The relationships waiting for you will require something deeper than simply dimming your light for the sake of harmony. Soul-aligned partnerships will amplify your brilliance, not demand its reduction. The right people will resonate with your authentic energy, and there will be no need for you to adjust or compromise yourself to fit in. Recognition within your soul tribe happens instantaneously, beyond the limitations of logical thinking. You'll feel an unmistakable familiarity and certainty when you meet those destined to walk beside you. These connections often carry a sacred contractual energy from before this lifetime. Agreements made to support each other's missions and growth. Remember, your unique frequency has never been a mistake. It's a precisely calibrated tool designed for a specific spiritual assignment. Stop apologizing for the qualities that make average people uncomfortable. They were never equipped for your cosmic mission. If others are uneasy with your energy, it simply reveals their own limitations, not any flaw in you. The very traits that have drawn the harshest judgments, your sensitivity, intensity, perception, and love of solitude, are actually your most powerful spiritual gifts. These weren't handed out randomly. They were meticulously chosen for your soul's assignment. You weren't set apart to be punished by isolation. You were separated so you could be preserved for an extraordinary purpose. This protective distinction kept your rare capabilities from being diluted by the crowd, shielding your gifts from homogenization. The struggles you faced trying to fit into conventional patterns were simply your soul refusing to accept energetic compromise. As you learn to fully embrace your distinct nature without apology or the need for explanation, you step into your highest timeline and become a living portal for authentic power. This unapologetic embodiment sends out ripples through the collective consciousness, granting silent permission for others to reclaim their own uniqueness. From your elevated awareness, you can now see how perfectly orchestrated your path has been. The rejection that once wounded you actually protected you from harmful entanglements. The isolation that hurt you created essential space for your evolution, and the misunderstandings that frustrated you preserved your unique vision from contamination. Every painful experience you endured had a purpose in sculpting your spiritual development. The cosmic intelligence that has guided your journey worked with precise intention, creating exactly the conditions necessary for your awakening. Your path was never meant to follow a typical progression because your destiny surpasses ordinary achievements. The delays, detours, and disappointments you experienced weren't setbacks, but divine course corrections, steering you away from limiting outcomes and towards expansive possibilities. Your timeline includes specific turning points where divine intervention redirected your journey. These moments, though often felt as loss or failure, were actually crucial realignments with your highest potential. The disappointments that once seemed random actually carried unique recalibration codes, perfectly designed to prepare you for your ultimate purpose. Your cosmic assignment has always required you to operate from a completely different energetic blueprint, a unique operating system designed for purposes that go far beyond ordinary belonging. The very qualities that made conventional social acceptance a challenge were precisely the attributes that enable your heightened spiritual effectiveness. What seemed like a barrier to fitting in was, in truth, a necessary configuration for your soul's mission. Your energy signature carries frequencies that are not only rare, but essential for this collective awakening, embedding into the global field the specific vibrations needed for planetary evolution. The traits you may have once considered obstacles, your intensity, your sensitivity, your deep inner knowing, and your desire for solitude, are encoded with powerful, advanced capabilities, perfectly calibrated for this critical evolutionary turning point in human history. These characteristics, which others may have tried to correct, suppress, or misunderstand, hold sacred purposes far beyond conventional comprehension. Every time you show up authentically, your very presence alters the energetic environment around you, often without any conscious intention. Your field is so highly calibrated that it radiates frequencies which automatically trigger subtle awakenings in those who are receptive. Simply by walking into a space, you cause energies to shift, recalibrate, and reorganize themselves in response to the sovereign energy you embody. It's no wonder that some people feel unsettled in your presence. The discomfort they experience is the result of involuntary energetic realignment happening within them, prompted by your potent transmission. Their resistance is a direct indicator of how powerfully your presence impacts the collective field, not a sign that you're doing something wrong. When you speak truths that come from your highest knowing, your words carry more than just information. They are laced with activational codes that penetrate beyond logic and intellect, reaching into the deepest, often dormant layers of awareness in others. This is why even your most casual observations can sometimes trigger profound or unexpected reactions. The magnitude of the response is directly linked to the activation potential contained within your communication. Every time you speak from your authentic center, your words send ripples through multiple dimensions, far beyond what is perceptible to the physical senses. You are now being called to consciously transmit your unique frequency into the world without distortion, dilution, or apology. This calling requires a steadfast commitment to authenticity, regardless of how others may react. The urge to soften, adjust, or censor your expression for the sake of acceptance only weakens the potency of your spiritual impact. Each time you refuse to compromise your truth, you amplify your cosmic contribution and reinforce your unique role in the collective's evolution. The courage it takes to remain fully undiluted, to hold to your unique frequency in a world that pressures conformity, is an act of spiritual warfare at the deepest level. The very traits that once marked you as different are now revealed as your most valuable offerings. By embracing your existence outside conventional boundaries, you create a kind of energetic permission slip for the entire collective, signaling that expansion is not only possible but necessary. Honoring your design, standing confidently in your individuality, and expressing yourself without apology, you broadcast a liberation frequency that is crucial for planetary ascension. Your consistent embodiment of authenticity creates new energetic pathways for others, serving as a living template for liberation. The sovereignty you demonstrate becomes a guide for those seeking true freedom, your personal liberation helping to unlock the greater freedom of all consciousness. Your existence on this planet is not random or accidental. It serves a very specific and higher purpose. The unique patterning of your energy contains codes that are vital for the collective's next leap. You are a key, designed to open dimensional gateways that allow humanity to access new realms of possibility and understanding. This sacred assignment, and the differentiation it demanded, explains why you were always set apart from homogenized consciousness. The struggles you faced trying to fit into the ordinary world actually served as protection, keeping your original coding pure and uncontaminated by collective programming. Your resistance to the normal socialization protocols preserved the advanced frequencies you were destined to share. Had you conformed, those codes might have been lost or diminished. What once felt like isolation or punishment was actually a spiritual quarantine, necessary to safeguard your specialized energy until the time was right. The cosmic forces orchestrating your journey have always recognized your crucial role in the divine plan. Your assignment on Earth is to transmit frequencies that cannot reach the collective through any other channel. Your difference, your struggles, and your unwavering authenticity are not just personal battles. They are contributions to the planetary awakening and the opening of new possibilities for all of humanity. Your unique contribution to this world is truly one of a kind, something that cannot be imitated, replaced, or substituted by anyone else. The distinct consciousness you embody carries irreplaceable codes and frequencies that are vital for the collective evolution. This is why your life has been surrounded by such powerful protection, and why every phase of your development has felt so meticulously orchestrated. The cosmic intelligence guiding your path has always recognized the essential part you play in the unfolding of humanity's destiny, even long before you consciously understood your own significance. Every moment when your differentness felt unbearable, when being unlike others brought pain, isolation, or even misunderstanding, was not random or meaningless. These difficult experiences were actually your internal system's way of refusing to compromise your mission. The suffering you endured as a result of nonconformity served as a spiritual shield, protecting you from being assimilated into patterns that would have neutralized your effectiveness and diluted your purpose. Your soul's deep, unwavering commitment to fulfilling its purpose has always taken priority over comfort, creating exactly the kind of friction and resistance needed to keep your authentic configuration intact, even when the outside world pressured you to adapt. Now, you are being called to a new phase. The time for preparation is over. All the lessons, adjustments, and internal transformations you have gone through were leading to this moment of full activation. Your system is finally ready for total engagement with your cosmic purpose. The frequencies and codes you carry are now needed at their maximum capacity. They must be shared with the world without any restriction, hesitation, or second-guessing. As the global awakening accelerates, your undiluted energy is needed more than ever. The codes within your field must broadcast at full strength, untouched by the interference of doubt, fear, or external opinion. Your permission for this complete expression does not come from any earthly authority. It comes directly from cosmic intelligence, a source far beyond human comprehension or approval. No one on this planet can overrule this divine directive. You are now authorized to activate your full spiritual capacity. There are critical junctures in the collective energy field that require your specific frequency to stabilize and anchor the planetary grid. Your presence in certain places and situations is no accident. You are there to act as an energetic anchor, grounding cosmic frequencies that would otherwise remain inaccessible to earthly consciousness. This is why your physical body is so sensitive and responsive to subtle energies, because you are a conduit, grounding and integrating high vibrational energies into the world. Your full, sovereign self-expression ripples out through countless dimensions, sending activation signals across the collective consciousness. When you courageously stand in your authentic power, you break through the energetic limitations that keep others silent or small, catalyzing freedom in ways you may never fully see. You were designed to be different for a reason. Your distinction is not a flaw. It is a functional necessity within the divine plan. The very qualities that separated you from the crowd, your unique sensitivities, your ability to stand alone, your courage to be authentic, carry codes that are absolutely essential for the awakening of others. When you choose to embrace your sovereign nature and live unapologetically as yourself, you fulfill your highest spiritual purpose, becoming a transmitter of freedom frequency simply by existing authentically. The path you walk, often alone, is not just a demonstration of personal strength, but a living embodiment of a divine assignment. What the world once labeled as rejection or difference was actually your protection, an invisible hand guiding you away from anything that might corrupt or weaken your cosmic codes. The very traits others may envy, misunderstand, or criticize are clear signatures of your special path. They are not random accidents, but intentional marks of your mission. When you fully accept your unique design, without apology or explanation, you activate your highest timeline and transform into a living portal, allowing others to witness and access authentic power through your example. The time for hiding is over. The age of shrinking to fit in, dimming your light, or apologizing for your difference has ended. Step boldly and fully into your sovereign energy. The world needs the exact frequencies and gifts that only you can bring. You are here for a reason, and now is the moment to allow your irreplaceable contribution to shine at its brightest. That's all for today. Dear Father, I pray for the growth of my faith. Help me trust you even when physical evidence is lacking. Let me believe in your perpetual presence, knowing you will never harm me. I understand that your thoughts for me are thoughts of prosperity and not harm to give me a good future. Thank you, gracious and eternal Father, for always listening to my voice. I offer up this prayer to you in the name of Jesus. Amen. Thank you, Jesus, for your love and provision. I am grateful for your presence in my life and the abundance you bring. If this video resonated with you, please like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with those who need to hear this message. Leave a comment below about your journey and how you are preparing for your own triumphant return. If you'd like to support our work, please consider contributing through Buy Me a Coffee. This helps us continually improve our content to offer you the best. The link to Buy Me a Coffee is in the description. No gift is too small. Whether it's a penny, a prayer, or a share, your generosity helps spread God's word and brings hope to others. Don't stop here. Watch our next video for powerful revelations about the signs that reveal you are the chosen one. We've enjoyed following this spiritual journey with you. Thank you for staying with us until the end. Keep shining brightly and embrace your destiny with courage. See you next time. Blessings to all the beautiful souls from the Enlightened Wisdom.